Welcome back guys to another video. This is the first ever driver ratings and it's the Australian Grand Prix driver ratings. We start off with Valtteri Bottas, started 19th, did not finish the race. I'm giving Bottas a 6.5 out of 10. It seems like he wasn't that slow, but yet he was nowhere close to the midfield as well. He still did very well with the machinery he had though, before having to retire because his current of power or something, then he stopped before the pit. So overall, it's a 6.5 from me. Definitely, I feel like if he finished the race, it could have been higher, but it's not on him, man. Sergio Perez started 18th, finished 16th. 8 out of 10 for Perez for me. Great job finishing the race for him, to be honest, especially because he's driving for a new team. Reliability is really bad, but he managed to cross the line with no incidents, no retirement. Very good performance from Checo. So therefore, I give him an 8 out of 10. Also, am I too lenient? Now Franco Colapinto started 16th, finished 14th. 5.5 out of 10 for him. I low-key expected more from him because Alpine looked really fast during testing. But at least he got into Q2, I guess, knocking out Alonso. But yeah, considering that his teammate got a point, I don't think he should be any higher than a 5.5. I was actually considering a 5, but by the mere fact he got into Q2 this time, I bumped him about 0.5 to 5.5. Pierre Gasly now started 14th and then finished 10th. 9 out of 10 for Pierre. It was another great performance from him. Great fight with Ocon and Bortoleto, seeing them swap non-stop. In the end, he still finished with a point, and yeah, it was just a great result to start off the year. Oh yeah, there's going to be a gap sometimes because I record before I voice over, so please don't mind. Gabriel Bortoleto started 10th, finished 9th. I've gave him a 10 out of 10 performance. Yes, the first one on the video. Audi is also somewhat of a new team, and Gabriel made it to Q3 before having a car fault. Then he proceeded to pass both Gasly and Ocon to finish 9th. What a move that was, the original double pass. Great start to the year, by the way. 2 points off the bat with Audi as a new team, and definitely outperforming his teammate. Great job. Next up, Nico Hülkenberg started 11th, and he actually did not start the race. 6 out of 10. He qualified lower than Gabby, and then he couldn't really do anything in the race because he had to retire the car before it even started. It should be not applicable for him because we couldn't really judge his race. However, we're gonna go off qualifying, and by the fact that he behind Gabby led me to giving him only a 6 out of 10 and not anything higher. Now Esteban Ocon started 13th, finished 11th. I've given Ocon a 6 out of 10. It felt quite underwhelming after that great start, but still it was a nice fight with Gasly all race. And yeah, that's all I can say really. He had a really great start but he fell back behind after that. And so now it's a 6 out of 10. Yeah. A few hours later. Next up, Ollie Bearman. Started 12th, finished 7th. 10 out of 10. Very decent drive from Ollie. He made the best use of the car and managed to cut through the midfield really fast. And 7th on the first race of 2026 in a Haas, which is best of the rest, by the way. Really impressive. He was only behind the 2 Ferrari, Mercedes, and then Verstappen and Norris because Hadjar and Piastri both retired. So 7th was the best result he could have gotten. Lance Stroll started 22nd, did not finish the race. 5.5 out of 10. It's basically another testing for them. Free practice 4, or maybe free practice 5, qualifying also, free practice bro. But he managed to get the car through 35 laps instead of the 15 they expected, which is decent, I guess. Yeah, not much to say really. 5.5. His teammate, Fernando Alonso, 17th and also did not finish. I'm also giving him 5.5. He almost made it to Q2 despite everything, and then Colapinto knocks him out, unfortunately. And in the race, he could barely complete a few laps. And I saw this meme lap 12, he comes in to change. However, there's a slow stop. Not even 1 lap later, he comes back in to retire the car. And then a few laps later, he's back out, like 12 laps behind or something. So, yeah. So, he's basically cooked. 5.5. Arvid Lindblad started 9th, finished 8th. You know what that means? 10 out of 10. Q3 plus debut points, bro. Need I explain more? How am I not supposed to give him a 10 out of 10 if he gets his debut points? Debut points. Even beating his teammate. His teammate didn't even finish in the points. Lindblad, what a performance. Great job, great job. Definitely deserving of a 10. Speaking of his teammate, Liam Lawson. Started 8th, finished 13th. I'm giving him like a 6 out of 10. He made it to Q3, but I don't know what happened in the race and he got severely outperformed by Lindblad. So yeah, I'm not giving him any higher than a 6. Apparently he was fighting with Checo again, so like for like P16 or something. But let's not get into that because it wasn't really that entertaining, to be honest. It was just that, how are you so far back that you're literally fighting with Checo in a Cadillac? Now Carlos Sainz. Started 21st, finished 15th. I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. Although if you just look at the results, you have suggested it was more than a 5 out of 10. But like, he couldn't get his car on the track for quali, right? That's not really his fault. But then, he started last and then like, he finished second last, bro. He literally finished second last. The only person behind him was like Cola Pinto. So yeah, I'm sorry, there's nothing more than a 5. I know he didn't really get much testing, but still. Come on, you have to do better than this. Albon, started 15th, finished 12th. I've gone 6.5 out of 10. He made it to Q2 barely, and then he barely missed out on the points. So like, yeah. Nothing much to say here. He's just here. But like, when I say he barely missed out on the points, right, I'm talking about positions. In terms of timings, he was like a lap or 2 laps behind. I can't remember. So it's like, Williams really have to catch up, man. Or else they're actually screwed. Okay, we're now moving on to the big boys, the top dogs. Lewis Hamilton, first off, to start this, started 7th, finished 4th. You know what? 10 out of 10. Personally, I felt like Hamilton put up a really good race, but like he was really screwed over by the Ferrari strategy. Despite that, he got P4, maybe because of the car's performance, but still, it should have been a podium, Ferrari. What are you doing, Ferrari, Ferrari, Ferrari? Then in the other side of the garage, also another one who got screwed over by Ferrari. Charles Leclerc started 4th, finished 3rd. Also a 10 out of 10 from him. Perfect race from him. Great battles with Russell at the start. Pass, repass. Ferrari screwed him over. Not splitting during safety car period. What are you doing, Ferrari? Still, P3 for Charles. Hamilton probably would have catched him if there was a few more laps, but like yeah. Personally, if Ferrari didn't screw up the strategy, I would think it was going to be like Russell, Leclerc, Hamilton, top 3. Isaac Hadjar now started 3rd, did not finish the race. That's so sad, bro. 10 out of 10 from him still. Another perfect grade. You're not hearing me wrong. I'm giving perfect grades like I'm distributing penalties right now. He stepped into Red Bull, immediately impressed, and was running well in the race before the DNF. Okay, so basically what happened, qualified really well in 3rd, behind the Mercedes only. In the race, not a great start, but only lost 1 position, and then he gained back slightly and was sitting in like 4th, 5th, and then his car blew up. Oh my days. Next up, Max Verstappen, started 20th, finished 6th, 9.5 out of 10. The only reason I'm not giving him a 10 out of 10 is because of the crash in Q1. That was completely on him, by the way. But he cut back through the field at a staggering rate, so I would have given him full marks for that. But minus 0.5 for the self-inflicted crash. If it was a car problem, I have no words. But if it was his own problem, yeah, I'm deducting grades from there, bro. Kimi Antonelli up next. Started 2nd, finished 2nd. 10 out of 10 performance for Antonelli. His 2nd to 2nd is great. Just keeping up with Mercedes, that was all described for him. So definitely this was like a bit lenient on him. Cause like to me, I still see him as a little bit of a rookie, still developing. But still, he didn't make life easy for himself. Almost got overtaken by the Ferraris. And like if Ferrari didn't mess up, they would have been definitely ahead of him. And he was like, 10 seconds away from Russell, maybe? So he should have done better, to be honest. But no offense. And George Russell started 1st, finished 1st. 10 out of 10 for Russell. Pole to win is definitely a 10 out of 10 performance, no doubt about that. Unless you did something like really deadly or something, then that one I have to penalise. It's like for safety precautions. But if not, 1st to 1st, man, what else you want me to do? I cannot like deduct any scores from this. It's just a perfect performance. So yes, great job. Pole to win. 10 out of 10. They are followed by Oscar Piastri. Started 5th. Did not start the race. 6 out of 10. I would actually have given him an 8 out of 10. Purely because of the quali. Because you know that McLarens aren't really quick this year. But then he crashed on the formation lap. Oh my days, Oscar. Oscar, don't let the nerves get to you, Oscar. I believe this is the Australian curse, where Australians never will get on the podium. And he was getting close to doing it, so he crashed. 6 out of 10. And finally, the reigning world champion, Lando Norris. Do you think he's still going to be a world champion this year? Started 6th, finished 5th. 8 out of 10 performance from Lando. Not a great race from the reigning world champ, but could he really have beaten the Ferrari or the Mercedes? My answer to that would have been no. So it's not too bad of a race, but he didn't outperform or anything. That's why it's only an 8 for him. Okay, now, if you all forgot, there's 22 teams now, so there's only 22nd. Here are my driver ratings rankings. First, Russell, Leclerc, followed by Leclerc, Antonelli, Hamilton, Hadjar, Lindblad, Behrman, and Bortoletto, all with 10s. I gave out 8 10s this weekend. Not bad. Maybe I'm a bit too lenient. 9th is Verstappen for 9.5, Gasly for 9, 11th is Norris with 8, and Checo with 8 is in 12th. Can you imagine these people are getting like 8, 9, and 9.5s, and they're not even in the top 8. Crazy. 13th, Albon 6.5, 14th, Bottas 6.5, Ocon, Lawson, Hülkenberg, and Piastri all with 6, 16, 17, 18, and 19 respectively. Colapinto 5.5, Alonso 5.5, Stroll 5.5, 19th, 20th, and 21st, and coming in dead last with a 22nd, Sainz with a 5. Nobody failed this weekend. Okay, this is me like after I'm done like editing and things. I'm just back again because I realized I was like way too lenient, by the way. Other people are barely giving a 10, bro, and I'm giving 10 to 8 drivers. Okay. Anyway, that's all for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.